All right, all right, all right. We're in the house. Once again, it's on Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Cyrus Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right. This Sunday, March 26th, is going down. Did ancient African scientists graph the other races? Is the story of Yakub true? We got to ask these questions. The shocking facts will be shown. This is a off the chain presentation. The link is in the video description, is in the chat room. Click that link. Begin to think. Don't hesitate to elevate. You see, it's going to be all powerful, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com online marketplace, family. 20% off at this time. We got the classic and Jurassic DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. We got that for you. We got the Egyptian, we got the West African medallions, we got the Naga Kushite, we got the Onks, the all-seeing eye, we got the cosmic talisman, and a whole lot more of the powerful medallions and necklaces. So check us out. Holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. kingseti.com, 20% off at this time. That's right. Pull the fire alarm. generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, advanced African academics developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Cyrus Seti website. Get your behind in class today. Get your behind in class today. General Seti popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams, too hot to handle on YouTube, or so exclusive we just keep it for our Patreon family. You see, we just dropped the holy waters of creation, the African serpent and mermaid goddess. You need to get into that. Is the science of immortality, the serpent goddess. You understand the dragon seed? We got to get into it now. We also tomorrow, if you're in the house, General Seti's Dictionary of Alchemy and Occult Keywords relating to Black divinity. We pulling back the veil. Most definitely have your behind in the house. The links is in the video description in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Cyrus Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You be banned. All right, family. Let's get into this. Now, as you can see to the back, when we discuss, matter of fact, let me get it in. I ain't even got the where's probably this one. Okay. I'll bring it back in slowly. Giving me all power. Okay, there we go. That's right. Nah, let me blow this one up. I don't know why it didn't blow all the way up. There we go. There we go right there. So, nah, see, this is the thing, because we got these Negroes out here today. You see, and they think you stupid because you ain't, because they'll say anything to you, and you probably don't know all the information, and so they'll play on that. You see, and tell you anything, when they go into the Bible and so on and so forth, and tell you that you are the bloodline of Shem. You understand what I'm saying? That we not Africans. Everybody not African. I wonder why. Everybody against Egypt, everybody against Africa. You understand what I'm saying? I'm listening to this crazy ass shit Farrakhan was teaching. I had to talk about this nigga talking about that you know, the Africans and shit, they was they had the you know, they was in Africa and their hair was woolly because goddamn it was so harsh, and you know it was so hard, and you understand what I'm saying? And he's another fool. You understand what I'm saying? He the greatest evidence of civilized. It wasn't that damn hard. You understand? When they talk about Africa, all they talk about is a jungle, a goddamn jungle, man. You don't see all this civilization all over Africa. God damn it, Arabia is a damn jungle, a sandbox. It ain't even a damn sandbox. God damn, you act like that, you know what I'm saying? You talking about hard times. Yeah, yeah. Our hair used to be straight like our eyebrows. I say, boy, I lost all respect for that nigga. I used to think he had some knowledge. Any nigga that sit up there and say something out their mouth like that ain't got no knowledge whatsoever. None. 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 Okay, I don't care who they is. You just sit up there and with them Aesop fables and sitting up there and you know and I mean most civilized evidence of civilization across Africa than all continents combined in the ancient world. You understand what I'm saying? But when you start hearing niggas talking about they blew the moon and the earth in half and shit, and you know what I'm saying? They say some ancient scientists blew the moon, blew the earth in half, and one half of it became the moon, and I'm thinking to myself, well, goddamn, how the fuck they blow it into two perfect balls and shit? You go blow some shit up, right? And they gonna become two perfect balls. You see what I'm saying? Two perfect orbs. You see, I say, man, you know what? I when I first came into the culture, I used to be reading you know, the black man was God. That shit got me. You understand what I'm saying? But when they went to talking about blowing shit up and motherships and shit, even that, I say, wait a minute, man, is this shit real? You know, because I was in the comic books and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, it's hard for me to distinguish which one of these motherfuckers is the comic book. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit y'all talking about is damn near like one of these comic books, you know? And so, but today we dealing with is Israel on the African continent. You see? Now, people got to understand, number one, that what they call Arabia today broke away from Africa. You see? It broke away from Africa. You know, and so the Red Sea is a process. You know, when you think about the Great Rift Valley in Africa, you know, I was blessed to go down into the Great Rift Valley, and man, you don't realize how deep. You understand what I'm saying? You don't realize how deep, you know, the Great Rift Valley is. You know, because it then pulled away, and and when you go down into the valley, you see what I'm saying, and you look up, and you had the guide tell you where sea level is, and you looking up, and he pointing way up, and it's like you damn near in the Grand Canyon. You see what I'm saying? He point up, he said that's sea level, and man, you could tell it's like you in a bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's like you down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. You see what I'm saying? You ain't hundreds of miles, but it's like you a good, it's like you about a mile and a half down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he taught Hinduism. He taught him, but he, what a lot of people say, but he taught occultism. You see, he taught occultism. He taught occultism. Because some of that wasn't, it wasn't what you call quote unquote pure Hinduism. You see, that was Madame Blavatsky's Hinduism. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that Madame Blavatsky she damn near rewrote Hinduism. You see, she damn near rewrote Hinduism. You see, and so when you start, you start dealing with, even, the guys who they was messing with. You know what I'm saying? Even the guys they like when they get their Quran, Malana, what's his name? Malana Ali, whatever his name was. You know what I'm saying? The two cats that the Qurans, they were both Indians. You see what I'm saying? The guy that what's that sect? I believe it's Ahmadiyya, the Ahmadiyya sect. Yeah, Ahmadiyya, Ahmadiyya, the Ahmadiyya sect. You see, and so they, they was dealing, in that sect of Islam. In most in Islam, they don't, Orthodox Muslims don't even respect them. You see what I'm saying? They don't even respect them. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy that started that, he wanted to pretend, he wanted to, I ain't gonna say he said that he was the returning I believe I don't believe he said he was the Messiah, but I believe the Mahdi. Well, I guess it's the same. He says he was the his name is Ghulam Ahmed. Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. Okay, that's who founded the Ahmadiyya Muslims. But the Orthodox Muslims don't accept him because this guy said, that one, this Ghulam Ahmed, he said that he was the Mahdi, and he said that and he was the promised Messiah, and so they consider their ass to be heretics. And so that his Quran is the Quran that the Nation of Islam, they suggest that you get. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that, so I knew then, I was like, yeah, and then, like I say, my uncle was a Muslim, and he used to have a lot of their books. He had a lot of their books. Did Jesus die in India? Did Jesus go to India? And I read that when I was like 17 years old. You see, but that was one of the literatures that was put out by that sect. And I believe that even, that was something that they put out. The Ahmadiyya Muslims is the one that put that concept out there. I don't know if they put it. I know they promoted it. They were the ones promoting that, Jesus had went to India and so on and so forth. You see, and so, I did, during my research, because most people, the thing is, most people not just gonna run into no Hindu. You see what I'm saying? Most people not just gonna run it. It was Madame Blavatsky and Steele Olcott. You understand what I'm saying? That's set up in India. Even when you read Gandhi wasn't even into Hinduism. Gandhi came into Hinduism by way of Madame Blavatsky. Look it up. Even Gandhi. And so shit, she damn near rewrote the codes and shit. So it was a lot of other things in there that, even, it's Hindu based, but it was that Blavatsky Hinduism. So they wasn't just, they didn't get that shit straight from the Hindu. They got that from through Madame Blavatsky also. You see what I'm saying? And the same with the Moorish Science Temple. You see what I'm saying? And the same with them. They was coming through that theosophy. That's how they was in, you know what I'm saying? That theosophy introduced Madame Blavatsky introduced a lot of that shit to the West. Other than that, they didn't have no access to a lot of that until them theosophists start bringing that information here. You see? And so again, we looking at the map and we understanding that you know, especially the poor, because it's the Jordan River. I believe it's the Jordan River. Matter of fact, I don't know why I don't have let me see. See, the Jordan River is really what split split the African and Arabian plate. You see, it splits the African and the Arabian plate. Let me drop something in here so y'all understand. I don't know why I didn't have it in here, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay. That's a good one. I got better ones than that. So you see, to the west of the Jordan River is the African plate. So that's where the plates tore. And that's the you know, that's the dividing line. So you see all of what you're talking about, Jerusalem, Bethlehem. That's in Africa. People got to understand that. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They can, you know, ain't no if. Let me get a map. Let me get a map. So I have some nice maps too. You understand? They show the, you know, the split, but that's most definitely the dividing line. Matter of fact. Okay, this was a nice one too. But wait a minute, let me see. I don't want nothing that I want to see the cities. Matter of fact, you know, when I do something, I like to get the best maps I can because I wanted to be able to tell. Matter of fact, this is one right here. Let me see. Is that a good one? Yeah. I ain't gonna look long, but you know, I just want to have. Let me see how this one look. Yeah. So you see the Jordan River, and so uh, everything west of the river, Nazareth, Jericho, Jerusalem, that's Africa. And everything to the east of it is still Africa, but technically that which is west of the Jordan River is the African plate. Okay, is the African plate. So you know, technically, it is. It's on the African plate. So if you ask what continent is Israel on, it's split. It's split, but the more profound cities is on the African plate. Now, when we start talking about Arabia, you see, when we start, there is no Arabia. Even in the Bible, it states that what is known today as Arabia was originally lands that were dominated by African people, period. You see, you know, they were dominated by African people. Now, let's back this up. Now, when they talk about, it says, in the sons of Cush, And the sons of Cush, matter of fact, let me get it in there for you. Let me get it in there. And the sons of Cush, Seba, you see, Sabaeans, Havilah, Sopta, Rama, Sopteka, and the sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. Okay, now when we look at it, now these are the sons of Cush. You see, these are the sons of Cush, Ethiopia. You see, Ethiopia. And so when you go into you see Genesis 7, 10, 7, it gives the sons of Cush Seba, which is also, you know, many times they equivalent Seba with Sheba, even though they are two different sons of Ethiopia, they equivalent Seba with Sheba. You see, and then Havilah, you see Rama, and Sopteka. And so all of these that you see are sons of Ethiopia. And so you see that Ethiopia are the original inhabitants of what you call today Arabia. You see, now when you start looking for, let me zoom out a little bit. You see, let me see how they're looking. Yep, that's good. So what you call the Zagros Mountains, you see that run up through Iran, up through the east of Iraq. You see southern Turkey, northern Syria. This is technically, when you're looking at them Zagros Mountains, that's technically the boundary line between what you want to call Asia, Eurasia. You see, this is technically, even though for a long period of time, Africans even had control of land far north of the Zagros Mountains. But when you're talking about, when you start going past, you're going into the mountains. It's a whole different terrain. It's a whole different. So everything south of the Zagros Mountains was, you understand what I'm saying, considered to be Northeast Africa. You see, the people that dwelled were technically, of the same genetic, same racial, same cultural stock as the Africans that were on the main continent. See, so when you talk about Northeast, that's Ethiopia Minor. That's Ethiopia Minor. You see what I'm saying? Just like they got Asia Minor. No, that's Ethiopia Kush Minor. You see what I'm saying? It's an extension of Great Ethiopia, Great Kush. And so you see here again, now we looking, you see Kush Minor. You talk about Nimrod, because even in the Bible, they say Nimrod. Didn't it say Nimrod? It say Nimrod, Kush begot Nimrod. That's right. Right there. And Cush begot Nimrod, and extent of his civilization, Babel, Erech, Akkad, land of Shinar. You see, land of Shinar. And so we're talking about it not only what we call today Arabia, but even, you understand, Mesopotamia, southern and northern. So just like I said, everything south of the Zagros that included Assyria, all of that was Cushite. Okay, that was Cushite, and then it's even north of the Zagros Mountains. You had the Trojans, you had the Colossians, you had the Hittites. Now a lot of people try to know those were Africans. They were in the land long before any Cro-Magnon Neanderthal came into the land. You see all of that. You see when you start talking about the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, his heartland is in the heart of Russia. That's where that's his heartland, in the heart of Russia. That's where they came from. Some scientists went up there and they did something they had no business doing. You see what I'm saying? But that's where they come from. Okay. And so you got to remember that even so, but land-wise, the Zagros Mountains is the boundary line technically between Africa and Asia. Okay? Between Africa and Asia. And so when you start looking at the empire, the coalition of Africans. You see, even you got Heth, which was the son of Canaan. Then you got Nimrod. You see, and so and then when you start talking about Canaan, and you got Jebus and Sidon, and all of these were sons of. You see, so once you understand that the African coalition of nations what the furthest extent with Heth and Nimrod, ain't no Arab down here. You see, because they got a iron curtain. You see what I'm saying? They have an iron curtain all far north of African nations, and this was the empire. And like I said, it even went further north than the Hittites, because the extension of that was the Trojan, the extension of that was the Colossians, and we haven't even discussed the Grimaldis, the Trois that were all through Europe, that were in Europe thousands of years before any so-called Cro-Magnon Neanderthal even came into the land. You see? And so, when we start talking about, and pulling back the veil, all of that is us. I don't want you to say that, the original Arabs was, because that's putting you putting power in into the Arab. No, the original Arabs wasn't black. No, the original peoples of that land was Ethiopians. They wasn't no damn Arab. You see, when they became Arab, damn it, they had been tricked out of their culture. They had been tricked out of their true nationality and their true ethnic origins. You see what I'm saying? And they began to look down upon the African. You see, they began to look down upon the African. And so we got to, we have to separate ourselves. The Arab is a goat herder. That's what he is. And still one to this day. Y'all go over there and look at the Burj Khalifa, and y'all think somehow that shit been up forever. It just got up damn near 15 years ago. You go back to Arabia and 40, if you go back 40 years, you go over there, it look like you watching a Bible movie. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but clay, goddamn, mud buildings and shit, and you'll think you watching the Bible. The movie, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker walking around with sandals on and shit, goats and shit. God damn, you like, damn, nigga, you might bump into Enoch or some goddamn body. Like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no bathroom up, or got a bucket outside the damn, they was still in tents. And crazy as it is, a lot of them still in tents. And they pastime to this day is still the camel. You understand what I'm saying? They raise camels. They love them goddamn camels more than they love any woman. You could believe that. You understand what I'm saying? So and that's not an attack. It's real. You see what I'm saying? That's real. And even if it was an attack, you don't make, you know what I'm saying? It's based on factual information. You see? And so when you start talking about, and people saying they not African, the original peoples of that land was African. And the original peoples in the land of south of the Zagros Mountains were African. And they saw that land mass was and you can walk right on in. You see what I'm saying? You can walk right on in to from Africa into Asia. You see, you should let that be known. There's nothing that's separating Africa from what today is called Arabia or Israel. You can walk right on in. No different than you can walk to Mexico or you can walk to Canada. If you're in Egypt, you can walk right on into Israel and into Arabia. It's connected. Okay, and like in even and more ancient times, it was close. And like I say, once it pulled apart, you got the Red Sea, and that was the aftermath of the continent pulling apart. So, family, I want to thank you today. We got one more powerful presentation. We're gonna be dealing with the United States poised, you understand, at the door of China, ready to kick their door in, ready to start World War III. You don't believe it, you better come on Black, because we about to show you with the full proof. This is the General Sarah Suit said he's saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.